also the Chief Omegatech, who gets the pleasure of running the Omegathon at all of these PAXs. And we have put together an interesting run of gauntlets before you. You see your 6 Omeganauts, and we are going to take this time this evening, this morning, if you're down under, to get to know them a little bit, because it'll be a little bit harder to do this year in this digital format. So we have an hour to get to know them, learn a little bit about them, and to help you decide who you're going to choose inside the Discord Omegathon challenge game. You can see some of them more excited for this than others. So first off, I'm going to let them run through and do just a quick introduction of themselves, where they're from, all that kind of just quick who are you and where you go. Because it's set up in this order, Baba Fett, we're starting with you.
All right. Hello, I'm Baba Fett, or Ariel. I am currently kind of more of a stay-at-home person right now. I try to stream on Twitch for a bit when I can. Other than that, I just kind of hang out and play games and play lots of D&D. That's about it.
Awesome. All right, we're going to jump over. GTA, you are up.
Hi, I'm GTA from Melbourne, Victoria. I've been playing games since I was about 4 years old. I think on my first computer was a Commodore 64, so it's been a while.
Nice. All right. Targaryen Oak.
Yes, hi. I'm Targaryen Oak, or Michelle. I currently live in Erie, PA. I work in a very, very busy IT support desk, and I'm going to be balancing this with that full-time work, so pray for me. I'm going to be 25 in like 2 weeks, so this is a good early birthday present. And I'm real excited to be here.
That feels like pressure for everyone else, that you're like, you gotta let me win, it's my birthday.
No.
All right, Crystal, you are next in that order.
Hi, I'm Crystal Bubbles from Canberra, Australia, and I've been playing video games since I was a little kid, but now that I'm older, I'm into board games more than video games, but hey, I'm here.
All right, Wolfox.
Hey, I'm Wolfox from Omaha, Nebraska. Not sure what to say. Play a lot of games. Work in IT. I'm a musician for the band Human Teeth Parade, so please check us out. And excited to be here. Good luck to everyone.
Human Teeth Parade. That is great.
Quite the name.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Thomas. Last but not least.
Last but not least, I am Mr. Thomas Kita. You can call me Tom. I am your casual caduceus for the evening, so I guess you could say I'm a critter. I am an English teacher from New Jersey. I teach in New Milford High School, so shout out to all my students and people out in this area. I have been a gamer since about, I think somebody said 4. I think that's pretty much when I got my first Nintendo. So yeah, I distinctly remember opening that and doing that. But as far as gaming goes, I have 2 little ones, so gaming is a little tight right now. A lot of Pokemon Go, a lot of Mega Man 9, Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, it's like try to play weekly, and yeah, so that's where I'm at.
All right, real quick with our D&D players, DMing or playing?
Playing.
Playing.
Oh.
Both. All right. And Baba Fett, what's your current class that you're running?
Right now, we just started a new one, and oh God, what am I? Question. I am playing a rogue bard, Tabaxi, in Waterdeep currently right now. We actually stream it on my husband's Twitch every single week when we do play.
Oh, nice.
So for anyone that wants to
plug
watch,
plug it.
Mr. Murdoch, for anyone who wants to join in and just hang out with all of us while we play.
And then also, Baby Fett, there's some love for you with like concerns about the smoke and things like that.
Yes,
And
I see.
and a shout out to Hillsboro, Oregon,
Yeah.
which secret giveaway. This is how Baby Fett got in. I grew up in a smaller town next door to Hillsboro, Oregon, Cornelius, Oregon, and was like, when I scrolled and saw Hillsboro, Oregon, I was like, no way, I'm calling this person right now. They're in. So hometowns represent. So let's do a real quick. What's your past PAX experience? Anybody who wants to just volunteer first? How long you've been going to PAX? What your first PAX was? Give people a chance to know sort of what you've been doing at PAX.
Sure, I'll jump in since if we're gonna snake, I guess we'll go backwards. My first PAX experience was the first Boston PAX East, and my friends and I, we've been doing like a guys trip for several years, going to PAX East and pretty much getting the lay of the land. I then started moving a lot more towards the tabletop games. If I don't think you can see back here, but I'm a huge Munchkin nerd. That's like my number one game of tabletop choice next to Dungeons and Dragons. So so we moved from that and then going over down to Philly quite a bit to go to the PAX Unplugged, which is then actually how I learned about Critical Role, because I was a little in the dark about that. And so yeah, that's my PAX experience.
Right on. Wolfox, we're just going to stay in the snake order now. Then we're just going to go with this run. What's your PAX experience been?
I've been to PAX South twice, then East once, and West once. Try to get us anytime I can, get off work to actually get out there. Luckily, I'm in the middle of the country, so options are there for me to kind of go all around. Would love to hit the Oz one
Oh yeah, definitely.
someday, but that's kind of harder to plan. But yeah, every time I've went, it's always been a lot of fun.
All right, Crystal.
Yeah, so I've been to all the Australian PAXs except for the first one when it was at the showgrounds, which was apparently horrible. So
you missed
yep.
the rainy PAX.
Yep. So I hang out a lot in the tabletop area. And last year I won the tabletop champion thing. And that's pretty much my PAX experience, is playing games with friends.
Nice.
I really wish I could go to PAX Unplugged, but I'm not traveling to the US anytime soon.
I mean, we'll be better someday.
Someday.
Probably.
I hope.
Targaryok, how about you? What's your PAX experience been?
Well, I've been to East 4 times, 2016, 17, 18, and just this past in 20. Nice to have a good memory of 2020. I try to balance it with a little bit of everything, like to go around the expo hall. And in recent years, my friends have been less like into long lines, so we kind of like to skim around, mostly like the indie areas and pick up a game. But we also try to go to panels and do some free play, try some stuff that we haven't tried, or just mess around with stuff that we have. I just like to explore everything. It's a nice escape from reality for sure.
East is a fun one for that, being all in that nice big convention center too. It is lovely that way. GTA.
I've been to every PAX Oz, including the first one.
Including the rainy Oz?
Yes, I got to experience that rain, and even got wet socks and had to manage that. But it was still a good time. I love the Omegathon there had a giant Jenga, which was great to watch.
Oh, Jenga. Never coming back. It's never happening. As long as they keep me in this role, we'll never see Jenga again. Baby Fett, what's your PAX experience?
Well, I've actually just recently been introduced to PAX. Last year was my first one at PAX West, and it was quite overwhelming. Yeah, I've gone to lots of Comic-Cons here in Portland, Rose City Comic-Con and everything, but nothing could prepare you for opening day and rushing through there with everything flying and everything. It was a great experience. I had a lot of fun and really bummed that we couldn't go to one this year, but really hoping for one next year.
PAX West is always such a fun show. Like just the way it takes over downtown Seattle,
Yeah.
and you're walking around in the middle of the day, and people are, you know, going back and forth to work, and then someone in cosplay walks by with gigantic armor and wings or something down the
Yeah.
middle of the street. It is fun. It's nice in Boston to have it all contained in one big convention center, but taking over all of downtown Seattle feels sort of like a little bit of a
that was
little bit of a
pretty
geeky gamer takeover of downtown. Anybody catch any PAX stuff today? Spend any time at any of the panels or floating around in Discord? I know Mr. Thomas, you I think were the one who has our most Discord emojis in the back end.
Yeah, I was jumping around a lot through that, and actually, as a matter of fact, to kind of shout out, oh no, Take This. I was talking to the Take This group, and in one, not to go on a rant here, but in one of my units, my first unit of the year, we read Ordinary People in my junior classes from Judith Guest, and last year I got really inspired by the Wormwood Hope Shields that Take This pairs with. And so with our science department, I actually had them use like the wood carving stations and whatnot to teach kids about mental health and dealing with someone who is, dealt with or attempted with suicide, and to show them that they're not alone. So we made our own token. So I reached out to Take This in the AFK Discord, the room there, and reached out to them, and they were like, "Oh my gosh!" I said, "Thank you. You know, this what you guys did," and I told them, you know, what I did with my classroom, and they reached out, and hopefully we're going to work something out to have them come and talk to my classes. So like the whole Discord, like being able to reach out to people who you may or may not normally do, this was like a really great opportunity for me, for my students who, if they're watching now, I guess maybe you're going to
they know
a virtual remote assembly or something like that. But yeah, that was really neat.
That is awesome. That's like, I mean, that's the thing that makes the in-person PAX so special, is being able to make those connections. And that's cool that happened in here virtually too. So,
yeah.
And yeah, that'll be a really cool, especially, I mean, even just over a Discord piece, a cool bonus for your students to have that connection.
Absolutely. I definitely suggest, if they get a chance to, you know, anyone really too, you know, to know if you're feeling that way, if you're feeling alone, to reach out to somebody, especially, you know, in the PAX group. Everyone in PAX in general, just going there always makes you feel like you're at home.
Yeah. Anybody else catch anything else today, or just spend all the time watching stuff fly past in Discord, trying to just keep up?
I've been kind of hanging around in Discord a little bit and watching, just preparing myself.
Yeah, the panel started at like 3 a.m. in Australia. So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Basically,
we got burnt with some times.
Yeah, you guys are what, 10 a.m. right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a storytelling panel I caught some of earlier, and I can't remember his name, but it was really great. I want to say it was around like noon or so, maybe noon or 1 o'clock. He was wearing a cyberpunk t-shirt. I can't remember off the top of my head who it was. But
on
it was
on the main PAX channel.
On the main PAX channel, yeah.
Let's see. I'm just scrolling down to see. Yeah.
I think it was about like diversity and storytelling and whatnot, and about he was talking about like telling your stories no matter what they are. Like, don't worry about that and getting it out there. Somebody put it up in the chat. It was Mike Pondsmith.
Yep, Pondsmith.
That was excellent. That was really good.
We'll have to catch the rerun GTA.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the great parts about this, is so many of the panels, all the panels will be able to have the rerun, where, you know, at the normal PAXs, only the big theaters get these Twitch channels. So some of those small panels get missed. Although Storytime always gets the main theater. So let's do just a quick, like, what game are you playing right now? That way people know what you've been testing. Go non-Omeganaut games. So we've got all the Omegathon games, so everybody knows you've been practicing those. But what else have you been playing before I dumped all these games in your lap that you have to become proficient in?
I'll start, I guess. I play Warzone. I do a lot of the first-person shooter games. I was dabbling a little bit with Fall Guys. That's been pretty fun.
I've heard that's cool. I haven't tried that yet.
Oh yeah, I got my daughter into it, and she's just all about it.
Nice. GTA, what have you been playing lately?
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Fall Guys.
Yeah.
I think I've got 8 crowns now, something like that.
Oh, nice.
But I have like over 80 hours, I think. So it's 1 crown every 10 hours.
Targaryen Oak, what have you been playing a lot of? Oh, are you muted on us? We'll swing back to you because you are muted, but we'll jump to Crystal. Crystal, what have you been playing?
Magic Arena. Just all my free time, Magic Arena.
Nice.
That's pretty much my game now.
All right, Michelle, we get you unmuted.
How about now?
There we go.
Aha.
All right.
I don't know what happened because I was definitely unmuted. I've been super busy with family stuff the past couple weeks, so I haven't had a ton of time to play. But I did pick up the Crystal Chronicles remaster on Switch.
Oh yeah.
And
Nice.
that was a nice way to pass the time before things blew up.
Wolfox, what have you been playing?
I've also been playing a lot of Magic the Gathering Arena. In addition to that, Final Fantasy 14, been playing that since it came out. New Tony Hawk remake, and a bunch of games that I need to get back to because I tend to start games and not finish them.
And not finish.
Yeah, like
yeah.
Neo 2 and Children of Morta come to mind. Pretty close to beating those, but then something else comes out, but maybe I'll get back to them. We'll see.
And then last but not least, Mr. Thomas, what have you been playing lately?
I think I kind of mentioned before, I'm playing a lot of Pokemon Go. I'm a giant Pokemon nerd. I have like a Pikachu tattoo, the whole bit. I'm like 1 million experience from level 40 finally, so I'm all about that right now. My son and I are playing through Mega Man 9. I've had it on my Xbox since like 2008 or something, and I think I beat one robot, whatever. But my son's been really into robots, so we've been kind of playing it together. And by together, I mean he wants me to play and he just wants to sit next to me, which is the best kind of parenting video gaming. So yeah, we've been playing that. Oh, and actually, when the day after you called me for this, EA gave away a bunch of keys for Madden 21. So I won Madden 21 on Twitter. I was like the best weekend ever. So I was playing my Tennessee Titans for the last like 1 game a night, just trying to say, hey, what's Madden like? Because I haven't played one in like 10 years.
What does this mean? How do I press all the buttons now?
Yeah. What is the run button?
Let's get into the meat of this now, and let's go with just take a minute for Mr. Thomas. This is the private think time. What game are you most worried about in our lineup for this week? When you're ready, go ahead and share out whomever feels like they're most ready to share out what they're most worried about.
What's the truck game with the rocks?
Pure rock
That's not
crawling?
even a game.
Pure rock crawling.
That's not a game. That's just bonkers.
I think
Who wants to drive over rocks?
That game plus QWOP has been the only things I've seen you guys yell about in our secret Discord.
Yep.
Pretty worried about Skater XL. I've never been good at skating games.
Wolfox, does your Tony Hawk's experience make you feel any better about Skater XL?
Not really. I started playing Skater XL before, and I was kind of worried about getting Tony Hawk's. I'm thinking it might mess things up, but I think they're different enough that it shouldn't matter. But
yeah,
maybe it'll
It's
help. Maybe
just so many moves to remember.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what the actual thing is going to be for Skater XL, because as far as I can see, there's no score.
There's
there.
no scoring system in that game.
Yeah, sometimes I have to make up what the rules are, and then
I think that's the
say,
most
this is-
aggravating thing. It's like, hey, you're playing these games. Well,
Yeah.
how do we win?
What
I'll
am
let
I
you know.
playing to do?
I'll tell you day of. Don't worry, you'll know just ahead of time.
It's great. You can't practice, and you can at the same time. So I could be practicing completely wrong.
Just
That's
practice
right.
everything.
Yep, practice them all.
Rock rolling backwards.
Oh,
That'd be
that's
scary.
a good idea. Hold on, let me change all my notes.
Don't do
Drive
that.
in reverse. Oh man.
Yeah, some vehicles in that are way easier than others, or way more difficult than others.
Yep. It is. That game was just gorgeous. I was just looking for something and it came up as a racing game. I was like, oh, let me look at that one. And it was so gorgeous. I just said, we got to do it. We got to put it in. And yeah, you guys become my guinea pigs to figure out how to filmic it in other Omegathons, because I want it to, because I just love to look at it so much. I am equally frustrated in driving it, but I don't have to put scores on it with my playing. So it doesn't matter how well I am. I can enjoy it the whole time. Let's see. I was trying to scan to see if we had any questions from the crowds, but I'm jumping back and forth between our two Discords. The only thing that I've seen was, wait, Quap is one of them. Yes, we're throwing Quap in round 1.
Yep.
It'll be a fun time tomorrow at this time to be hearing them swear up and down as they have to play that game over and over and over again. Let's see. We didn't hear specifically, Targaryen, any games that you're worried about as our
Tetris.
Tetris?
Full stop.
I feel that one too.
My brain, I just can't keep up.
That's probably the only game I'll be good at is Tetris. That's pretty much it.
You know, I grew up playing Tetris since I was a little kid, and I've always thought I was so good at it. And then the little Poyu things got
parts
thrown
came in.
And I'm like, what is this?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Just-
the Puyo part.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm supposed to be practicing Tetris or Poyu or both.
Well, now playing games backwards has come into play, so heads up.
Well.
Tetris, listen, none of you can do any worse than Tetris was the final round at the PAX West 2006 show, and neither of the people knew what they were doing with Tetris, and it was just like full, just every time. It was a mess. So less to worry about there. You at least won't play the worst game of Tetris.
Watch me.
Challenge accepted.
I mean, it would be really cool to have the claw game as the final round. I don't know how you do that online.
Remote control Omega Claw. Well, we have to get the Omega Claw redonated back again. That's the reason it made its second piece was the PopCap Studios bought the Claw at a Child's Play dinner auction, and then when they were moving studios, they needed to downsize a bit and gave us the Claw back, and we went, we've got a final round. It actually was a fill-in for another final round that kind of fell through at the last minute, and we went, we got a Claw, we can make it happen. It says Omega Claw on it. Let's go again.
That's so cool.
It was really fun. It is an interesting machine to rework when it wasn't working, to have to go figure out like, where are all the wires and why are they not hooked up, and can this run again? And yes, and make another final round of it, but no remote control. I can tell you that for sure. It's been auctioned off and we are not in possession, so no remote control Omega Claw as a final round. Let's take a moment. I'll just throw out there real quick, just for people who are watching. The normal Omegathon prize is, a trip to any PAX that you are that you want to attend in the future. And because this is virtual PAX, we've paired up with Corsair, and we've got a like $3,000 package for the winner this year of Corsair goodies to make your virtual PAX next time around. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know, maybe PAX Online is a thing that runs in the future, and you'll be all decked out with it for those pieces. So excited to have Corsair on board and get that prize pack for you guys, because I think that one lucky person will, who was it who said they could make it 53 meters in Quap or something? There you go. Just
Not me.
And also, I guess we should explain for everybody who's watching and hasn't maybe had a chance to see that we're actually running this as a Grand Prix. So normally in the Omegathon, oh no, Wolf, I'm just looking at the screen and your picture says low battery, not anything else.
That's weird because everything is plugged into my computer.
Hey,
so
there you go. You're back.
Yay.
Who knows what that was? And
I didn't do anything.
And you were back by the time that I said anything about it, which means with the delay, we did nothing to fix it. So normally in the Omegathon, we have, 20 people, and we're eliminating 4 people around and whittling them down to the final 2. But this time around, we've got our 6, and we are with them the whole time. So we are doing a Grand Prix style. So each round, they will all get a chance to play the game, and whoever wins that game is going to walk away with 8 points. Second place gets 6 points. Third place gets, oh, this isn't my piece that has my all my scores, so I make sure that I have it right. Third place gets 4. Fourth place gets 3, fifth place gets 2, and then sixth place gets 1 point. So they're never officially eliminated until we get done with Skater XL, and then we'll know who our final 2 are, the first and second place that will be playing the final round that is still yet a secret that they don't know about. And then just to give a bit of an advantage, just for argument's sake, let's say that Mr. Thomas comes in last place in QWOP. What that means, that is game 1. When we go to 2 with Jones on Fire, he will get to go last and get to watch everyone play Jones on Fire and pick up all the extra little tips and secrets, and at least know what that target is. And for the same argument, if we said that Targaryen Oak won QWOP with the 56-meter QWOP run, then she's going first when we play Jones on Fire, and does not know, what is that target that I need to beat. So we'll, if you win the day before, you go first the next day in the game. If you come in last, you go last. And if you're in the middle, we just work our way down that way. Hopefully the goal with this is to keep these scores relatively close, because I don't want any of you to get mad and disappear in the middle of the week on us because you're already stuck down at the bottom. So, but yeah, I'm really excited for this Grand Prix style, and we'll see. It may bleed out into the regular Omegathon. We might see a future Omegathon in person with slightly less people, but keep this Grand Prix style just because it's fun to keep everybody around. Or at least I think my expectation is it'll be fun to keep it around. We'll see if I'm tired of you guys by the end of these 9 days. I want to start eliminating people.
I think it sounds great. I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but I think it's pretty awesome that we all get a chance to do this.
Yeah.
The opportunity to not get eliminated sounds appealing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it sounds great. There's always a game that someone is weaker at. So
yeah, and it
this
is
gives
always
everyone a chance.
Always a bummer when we get someone eliminated in the first round and then go, oh, and we never see them again. Because definitely by the second or third round, you've had people who, even though they've been eliminated, stick around, and we get kind of this tight little bond of Omeganauts that enjoy the show and come back year after year. But there's always that first wave of culling that kind of just disappear and we never see again. So we'll see if this makes an appearance later on, because we can shake the Omegathon up. It doesn't need to stay as stagnant forever. Let's see. I'm scanning real fast in the Omegathon Discord to see if anybody had any questions.
I saw one person had asked.
What'd you see that went by? All I see is like...
it was one that had asked, what is our favorite, what everyone's favorite game of all time was. I'll see if I can see who it was so I could shout them out. Where would we go?
Dexor,
yeah.
Dexor, favorite game of all. You guys on the spot. So let's run through the list. Baby Fett, you're in our snake draft. We're back around to the top of this.
All
so
right.
favorite game of all time.
All-time favorite game is Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Nice.
I am the biggest Zelda fan ever.
All right, GCA, what's your, if you had to pick a game of all time?
You'd never guess from my name, but it might be Grand Theft Auto. Especially love Vice City.
Vice City, okay.
When you started it up, the intro had like a Commodore 64 screen, and it's got 80s music. It's amazing.
Targaryen Oak, how about you?
Probably. Oh, is my mic messing
There's
up
the
again?
Yeah, you saw the mic request
Bring
too.
it a little closer.
Is it working? Oh, now it is. I don't know what's up. I'll have to look into that. My favorite game of all time, if not the main series Pokemon games, is probably Soul Calibur 2.
All right. Let's see, Crystal, you are in the snake
I
draft.
gotta say it's Pokemon as well. Like I remember as a kid doing Pokemon Yellow on my Game Boy and just spending so many hours just training up my stupid little digital monsters to fight other digital monsters.
I used that. I had a mile walk back and forth from my house to campus in college, and that was just my game that I played on my mile walk back and forth. It was great because I could pay attention to traffic, because I could look up and see. I tried Tetris every now and then on my Game Boy, and that one got a lot more dangerous. But Pokemon Yellow definitely was in there for me. Let's see, Wolfox.
I said it before, but probably Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever played a game off and on for 6 years and kept going. So, but if not that, probably Resident Evil 4, because I've played through that game like 8 times.
Mr. Thomas.
Well, while you were all playing Pokemon Yellow, I here had while I loved Red, absolutely, there is no better game than Silver, because you get to play 2 different countries. Let's get real here, okay? It's 2 separate games, 16 badges. That's it. And then you get to fight Red. Like there is no better Pokemon game. We have not had another game like it. And Nintendo, if you're listening, the 30-plus-year-olds that are on this stream and everybody out there is still waiting for our Pokemon MMO. None of this sword and shield stuff. Like we're looking for this thing. Come on. The adults.
Yes.
That's what the last half hour of this is now it's a pitch to Nintendo on like, all right, here's what the MMO looks like.
No, if I didn't pick a Pokemon game, I'm a huge Mass Effect fan. I really got deeply involved. Any game that has a real great story, English teacher, the whole bit. But yeah, Mass Effect, Dragon Age, that kind of thing.
Nice. Let's see. Caboose asked over in the Discord, which is a better choice for your PAX Online Omegathon, casual attire or pajamas?
I mean, I can guarantee that at least 80% of us are wearing pants.
Maybe.
So, I mean,
80%. You can guarantee. Hold on.
How can you guarantee?
Yeah, we can only see from.
I knew I was missing
shoulders
something.
We did have. Let's see. Was it Cookie Mom up here who's like make you guys guess the final game? So, what's your guess? If you had to guess what we have lined up as a final game. The secret that is that it's probably most likely going to be on Steam somehow.
I thought that Fall Guys was going to be in the running.
Yeah.
And
same.
I was pretty surprised that it wasn't.
Too. Yeah.
I feel like it's going to be like a niche game from like, the 80s or early 2000s that, had a big nostalgia factor.
Star Fox.
It's just been... Yeah. It's just been like recently remastered.
I was worried when you sent all the key codes for Steam. I was like, okay, there's Jones on Fire and there's Pure Rock Crawling and the Skater game and whatever. But then when you threw a wrench in with Sonic, and I was just very thrown away that it was a game that I actually knew. So then I didn't have a clue what the last one could be.
What it could be.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason Sonic was in there. We needed one big name game that someone would be like, wait, everything that I know is a lie now. There's one game that actually happened. I'm going to blame Sonic entirely on Ryan. That was Ryan's choice. Mostly, I'm not I just was never a Sonic player. And every time that I try and play Sonic, I feel like I don't know how to play video games all of a sudden. It's like I gave my mom the controller to play Sonic. I'm just like, what is wrong? What is happening? This doesn't make any sense.
Oh God, I used to play it as a kid, and my whole idea was to just get through it as fast as possible. And I never had the little hoops at the end. So I'm worried about it.
Let's see. Have you guys been making anybody else aside from Mr. Thomas? Because every time that I look in the Discord channel, it's Mr. Thomas making a plug for, hey, vote for me in the Fantasy Omegathon. Has anybody else been making a push?
I just like my MO, man. It's like, hey, follow me, social media. Go ahead, go nuts. No, that's just who I am. Sorry, my bad.
No, it's
There,
great.
fixed.
There we go. Look at that, Boba Fett. Vote for me.
Fixed it.
That's why everybody else has followers, and I've never seen my name up there once. And I'm like, oh,
There
he's
at all.
that guy. He's that guy from Jersey.
Wait, I have followed.
Not him. Anybody but.
I am interested to see how the virtual Omegathon turns out. I think that it is a fun little addition to get people in and get them a chance to be involved a little bit. We've been looking at figuring out how to bring something like this in person to the shows for a while now, and this just gave us a good digital platform of like, hey, we're here already. Everybody's on Discord. This is a place where people will be. So yeah, a fun part there. Let's see. I've got most of my questions we went through. We've got a little bit of time, which means that we still need either some questions for the audience or, that chance of we just turn you loose and say, hey, tell us more about you, or tell us what you've spent the most time playing on that list. Because I can see on the Steam, it's been fun. They got all Steam games, but to get them the Steam games, I had to become Steam friends with all of them. And so I can see who's been practicing what the most. And
So do tell, Chief.
Yeah.
I've been practicing the most.
What have you seen?
I've seen some games with a lot of time put in, and some games that I'm like, did they get this? Let's see. All right, Dexar's wondering. Dexar, I'm going to hope that this is a question for them. 1 out of 10, how nervous are they? I'll answer it first, because I'm going to say I feel pretty good so far. The big concern is the tech test, but we've gone through the screen share. We know how that side goes. And we're doing pretty well. But overall, how nervous do you guys feel with the Omegathon that is in front of you?
Yeah, like 1 to Chihuahua, like where?
Yeah, Dexar gave us 1 to 10.
1 to 10.
12.
12.
Hang on, is 1 super nervous or is 10 super nervous?
That's a good question. I'm gonna go 1 is not super. 1 is pretty relaxed about it, and 10 being super nervous.
Yeah, I'm super nervous.
Yeah.
100.
I'm just
100.
glad to see my hands shaking right now.
100.
I'm here to have fun and drink coffee, and that's pretty much it. Like, I don't know. I'm more of a console gamer, so PC games are and keyboard games and everything are a little rough for me. So I don't know. I'm closer to like an 8, 9.
I'm more nervous
I'm at the
about
top
being on
end.
camera than playing the games.
Being on camera than playing the game. You don't have to see yourself. If you don't put the Twitch stream up,
That's
you'll never
right.
know. It'll
Don't
just be
even-
like you're hanging out here. We're
Just
playing
hang out with
games.
us. See, my worry is that I always play first-person shooter games. And so these other games, I need to practice some more because I need to remember what I'm doing.
Let's see. We got a question. Phoenix99 asked, what genre of game do you think your strongest game type? We've got from Baba Fett, first-person shooters. It slid in right at the right time. What do you think?
Oh, boy, that's a good question.
I'm super disappointed there's no board games.
I-
Just do like
None.
a D&D.
What is this?
Just a
It
D&D
was
game. Whoever
a
doesn't
board game
die.
was trying to figure out how could we have you play a game short of like solitaire.
You can play it
We
on
can do.
virtual.
I
Platform?
know, but remember the whole piece we went just to be super safe was, hey, you have to be able to play your game solo, because there was a potential that we might have had to pre-record all of this, and so it might have been you and I hop on a Zoom and you play the game and I get your recording, and then we take it and hand it over to the tech team. So when it was all being developed, since that was still a potential possibility, we had to figure out games that would be possible in that format where we take your QWOP play and then splice them all together so it looks like you're playing together, even though it might be individuals playing. So that took pretty much every board game that we could think of off the table, short of something like a solitaire and did you get your cards? What's your final score? And that one got maybe a little bit not exciting for us. So, but yes, I do miss the tabletop games. I had some really fun tabletop games planned for West and Oz, but we just get to hold on to those for another year. Other genres, if you had to pick your best genre of game.
I'm disappointed that there's no music games, but I can see how that'd be kind of hard.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, just send us all,
Could do rhythm
DDR
games.
mats.
Rhythm games
Everybody.
is difficult.
Oh.
Beat Saber.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be really cool. Yeah. I'm going to eat my words for this one, but I would love to. I like a racing game. So, I mean, I remember a couple PAXs ago, actually several PAXs ago, when you guys did, or when you people did Mario Kart Double Dash.
Yeah.
Paired up with people. I love me some Mario Kart, and that's it.
Man, that jersey comes out when you say Mario.
I really try to say Mario.
Mario.
It's that Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
Yeah, throw a banana.
Yeah. You gotta get out the coffee. You gotta go for a walk. I'm walking here. I'm like 15, 20 miles outside of New York City. Every single person on the internet really hates me right now. So that's
So there's a question that was up a little bit that we missed. Badlin asked our favorite game music of all time.
oh boy.
I'm just going to say Skyrim. I love Skyrim soundtrack.
That's a good answer.
Chrono Trigger. I'm really big into that. I like that soundtrack a lot.
I'm sure I have a better answer than this, but I always go back to the Shadow of the Colossus soundtrack. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I don't know. I love all the chip tunes from the retro games. There was a game on third time I've brought up Commodore 64, but I love it. There's a game called Thing on a Spring that has just amazing chip tune track.
I feel like I was the only one who knew what Commodore 64 was there for a minute, and I'm
Yeah, probably.
because that was literally my childhood. Just Pole Position and Moonwalker, Moonraker, something like that. And Ghostbusters. Yes, the Ghostbusters Commodore 64 game was the best.
Let's see. I like this one. This question that just popped in on the Omegathon Discord from Ghost 1884, which was if you all had to pick from what you know of your competitors, who's going to win, but not yourself, who are you feeling most threatened by?
Well, with the talk about Wolfox and his co-op game.
Yeah. My pick as well.
Hey, you're acting like that game's hard or something.
Quap's only one.
But it's an early lead.
It's only
It's an
8
early
points.
I have a funny feeling Baby Fett's going to come in and she's going to swoop in. I think that between her or our Aussie friends out there, I think that they're just they're in a better time of the day to be good gamers right there.
They're more
So-
prepped.
True.
They've slept. They're awake.
I wouldn't count on me being awake.
Isn't this right in the middle of your workday, Crystal? Didn't we
yeah, kind
stealing
of.
you from?
Yeah, so now I have to get up early, do 2 hours of work, do this, then do more hours of work afterwards. So that's going to be an interesting mental shift.
One.
Yes, sure.
Yeah, we're a break in the middle of the workday is what we are. We're like, all right, I've been working. Oh, it's Omegathon time. All right, this is great.
This is like my pre-work bedtime routine for the next week.
Nice.
All right, in the straight to DVD movie made about you, who would play you as yourself in the Omegathon?
I'm so
Oh.
bad with actors. I don't
Oh.
know.
I know his name. It's I forget his name now. He was he was a guy in Horrible Bosses, not Charlie Day, the other guy.
Apparently we're
One
all
guy.
real bad with actor
That one
names.
guy. Yeah.
I want to say Ed Harris, but I don't think that's his name.
We're gamers, not film critics.
Yeah.
I'm trying here.
So which protagonist in a game would play you if they had to use that sprite to be you, or that character that you feel most impersonated? But we got an Ed Helm for you over in the channel to
Ed
answer.
Helm, thanks. See, I was close. Ed and an H. There you go.
I mean, I would love Nissa Ravine from Magic the Gathering, but like, I don't know that she quite suits me.
Love
That's
Brian-
That's a
Brian
tough
Cranston.
question.
Yeah, that is.
Well, while you think on that one, we've got another good one that came through that I like a lot, which is which Omeganaut do you trust the least on this board?
Myself.
Oh, they did not classify not yourself.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, well done.
The only one who can let you down in any of these games.
Exactly.
But
I
yeah,
would
they're all
say
solo games, so can't really distrust anyone. It's all up to you.
We haven't
It's just
actually
thinking about
played
the-
anything together to know each other very well yet.
No, yeah, the most that we've done is our first screen test game where we all sort of watched people fumble on Quap and try and run backwards to not look like you knew what you were doing.
I think the only one of us has a name that has an antagonist in it. Is it Targaryen? So I mean, it's got to be her just by automatic.
Well, that's fair. I just this name came from like I was binging Game of Thrones the same time that Pokemon Go came out, and I just
Nice.
kind of slapped them together.
Nice.
It's kind of stuck. But maybe being a fan of Game of Thrones, maybe that makes me also untrustworthy. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the 8th season though. If that makes me.
Didn't
any-
think many
Redemption.
were.
Some redemption
Your
there.
like everybody
your
else.
redemption quality.
Okay.
I trust everyone.
We're all in
Uh,
this together.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Among Us recently, so
Yeah,
I didn't really trust anybody.
yeah. On that note, Ghost added, just playing off of Targaryen's explanation, where your gamer tag came from. How'd you pick your name, Mr. Thomas?
Well,
come on, guys.
I am a big
No, I
Star
have-
Wars fan.
Yeah.
Oh, did you want to go?
No, please. I'm obvious. So go ahead.
I'm a big Star Wars fan, and me personally, I don't choose the light or the dark side. I loved Boba Fett, and the fact that he would just choose whatever side paid him the best, and he still had his morals and stuff. So I kind of played on that, and me being a female, that's just kind of where I came up with it, and luckily it wasn't taken.
That is a one that did you get a while ago? Because it feels like one that
No.
someone would have scooped up. No.
No, I started on Twitch about a year or so ago,
Okay.
and
And it was still available.
it was still available.
Wow. Good win for you, and a surprise when we think
Yeah.
about it. All right, other people. Let's see. GTA. We already heard where it came from.
Yeah, I touched on. It's obviously from. Well, the MP stands for multiplayer, so Grand Theft Auto multiplayer. I was a fan of even the original 1 and 2. I liked to play multiplayer, but it wasn't. It was never used as my name. I created a website for finding Grand Theft Auto multiplayer.
Multiplayers.
GTA MP seemed to make sense. And then I didn't really know what Twitch was, but I reserved that name on there just in case. And then everyone started calling me GTA MP, so I started using it everywhere else.
It's stuck. Crystal, how about yours?
I showing my age perhaps here, like 10 years ago when I was in high school, I was a bright, bubbly person and slapped Bubbles and Crystal together, and that's been kind of my handle ever since.
The
Although
perfect mid-2000s thing to do.
Yeah.
yeah. Although a lot of other people will know me as Game Over from roller derby.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Wolfox.
Just a random name. I thought it looked cool, and it's usually not taken when I sign up for stuff.
It looked cool when I went picking. You were my first call because I was like, I like this username. I like this. I like this tag. Let's go for it. I'll throw my story in because we have time. My gamer tag that I usually go by is Green Guns, and to date myself, I was back in high school and did a black and white gangster movie in my film class that I did. We filmed and wrote a movie, but shot it in black and white, but used bright neon green squirt guns that looked like real guns when it was put into black and white, and needed a production company name. So I became Green Guns Production for everything that I made in my high school film class, which I don't think you probably could get away with anymore in a high school film class.
Maybe.
Depending on your film teacher, I
Maybe.
suppose. But yeah, it's always fun to figure out where people come up with their original ones. We do have a Diversion Wants to Know, still trying to figure out their Fantasy Omegathon pick, why you should be part of their Fantasy Omegathon pick. So any chances to pitch yourself? Mr. Thomas's reasons are all up in that Omega Discord. Just scroll up and you'll see.
He's
I'll
really
post
covered
in there
that.
later. I can't do it now.
Because I don't shut up. There.
I appreciate
got a high
anyone who
charisma.
votes for me, but
Yeah,
I
that's it.
apologize in advance.
Character that I
You
rolled.
too.
Oh,
Charisma.
Too bad if the final game is about being silent.
Yeah, it's just a quiet game.
Fail.
Done. Here we go. You could have it.
Just the
Oh.
mute. Oh, someone wants to know if anyone had a first Neopet that they adopted. Anyone have a Neopet?
Yes, but can't
Ooh.
remember them.
But
So
I
long
can't
ago.
remember which one was the first. I had like 3 or 4. Like it was
What-
probably
yeah.
It was
What was the
probably
dragon?
Shoryuu. I don't know. There's 2. There's the Shoryuu, and then there's the what's the other one? I can't remember the other one. Scorchio or something like that.
That's the one, Scorchio.
Yeah.
It's probably dead now.
Oh, they're all of them are.
All of them.
After my time, I had the
Sad,
time.
desolate wasteland.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
way too old for Neopets.
Yeah.
If they're not taking community college classes, then they're probably dead.
To throw it in, favorite Pokemon if you had to pick.
Dragonite, probably Dragonite. Is my mic
Ninetales.
not working? Okay, mine is.
No, you're good.
Dragonite.
We got you.
Look,
Dragonite.
someone's getting something.
I got a Ninetales.
My wife had this commissioned for me way when I didn't have a beard and I didn't have pink hair, but the OG
Oh my
DNS
gosh.
Nice.
himself, Bulbasaur.
That's
Double up.
awesome.
I went to PAX East like as a Pokemon trainer one time, so she took the picture of that. Which the PAX Pokemon League in general is just an amazing group of people, and they really run that show really well. Like the side thing going to the handheld lounge, so she took the picture and had it done for me. So Bulbasaur.
Very nice.
I'm gonna have to go with the original Pikachu.
Nice.
Pokemon Yellow got me relatively attached to him.
But-
Yes.
Good.
Well, any Pokemon that could make me cry from the movie, it was him.
Gotta appreciate the Magikarp.
The Magikarp.
It doesn't get any love.
We got another question that is, what's your greatest gaming achievement to date? If you had to pick something, game you beat, final boss, or
What?
My greatest achievement actually happened recently while playing Warzone, and I highlighted it for anyone who checks out my Twitch. I sniped a guy out of a helicopter. I don't even know how far away it was, but it's happened twice, and I caught it once while I was streaming. But that is my ultimate, like, I can't believe I actually did that.
very nice.
Platinum trophy on Bloodborne, probably. And then beating just about every of the Souls games.
Nice. I don't know if I'd consider it an achievement, but I didn't know I could be moved that way in a game. And Mass Effect with the story arc with Mordin, I mean, moved me to tears that I've never felt. So I'll keep that as my greatest.
Is your greatest gaming moment?
I suppose. Yeah. I'll keep it at that.
I was pretty happy when I finished Super Meat Boy. That was a difficult game.
Yeah. Crystal, do you have a greatest gaming moment?
Probably not video gaming.
That's
but,
okay.
I've won the local Catan championship, which was
Nice.
pretty awesome.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, you know what? I have a better one here.
Wait, I can do
Not
better than
you.
that.
That's all I meant. Oh man, that's awful. That's
All
terrible.
right.
Not what
Let's
I meant.
hear it.
I won an entry to the Unrivaled tournament that they had in Las Vegas for gaming 2 years ago. There were like 6 tabletop games and through the country, and they Twitch streamed it. And if you won like a regional tournament or you earned enough points, you got a free trip to Vegas and to play in Vegas. We got to meet Will Wheaton.
Nice.
It was a really great tournament to try to. I went for Munchkin to try to win like 10 grand, but
Nice.
no, good.
I was
Listen,
actually
you got there. That's pretty good.
I was just reminded
that
of
is
one. So the I forgot his name. The horse in Skyrim, the undead horse that's supposed to be undead and unkillable. I killed him. I don't know how, but I killed him.
I was given a copy when I was like 7. I was given a copy of my friend's dad gave me his Boy Color, and they gave me a copy of Final Fantasy Legend 2, and I just finally beat it like 3 months ago. I had never gotten even close, and then finally I was like, I'll give it a try, and managed to pull through. So I'm proud of myself for that, because that game is very difficult and doesn't really tell you what's going on.
All right. Well, as we are wrapping up close to the end here, I'm going to just give everybody who is watching who might not know just another rundown in case you joined us. These are your 6 Omeganauts. They are going to be with us the entire week through PAX, and at this time every night we'll be wrapping up, which means you should join us a little bit earlier, starting at 5:45 Pacific time. We are playing games in a Grand Prix style, so none of them will be eliminated until after the 8th round, counting this one as the first round. After the 8th round. So we're starting off tomorrow at this time. We're playing QWOP. You'll get a chance to see them all just struggle on screen, trying to get their best score there. We then are moving to a game, Jones on Fire, for let's see, that is Monday. Tuesday, we're playing a game called Pure Rock Crawling, and if you joined us earlier, you got to hear them grumble about that game and how hard it may or may not be. Puyo Puyo Tetris comes in after that, then some Horizon Chase Turbo, some Sonic Mania, and then Skater XL to round out the all of the rounds that they get a chance in. And we'll have their Grand Prix scoring, and you'll be able to follow along to see how well they're doing and cheer them on. They have been relatively active in Discord, so make sure you hop in there and give them some love as well, and hop in and do the Fantasy Omegathon in there, where you get to pick who you think is going to win and pick them for their your Fantasy Omegathon team. And a special thank you again to Corsair, who's helping provide a pretty sweet prize pack that is going to soup out the winner after the show, so that they are all set and ready to potentially have to do this all over again if we have another PAX Online, but maybe we will. And thank you again for giving us the time. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I got a note in here. Let's see. It's 10:45 Oz Eastern time. If you're down under and want to join us in the mornings, start your day off with giving a chance to see it there. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we will see you all back here again tomorrow when we get our QWOP on. Have a good night. And thank you again.